Hello, BookTube. I'm Peg, back with another book prize talk. There are so many good book prizes on the coming out, and for the rest of the summer, I'm just luckily in the great mood for reading all of a sudden, and really going to town on that. But I want to talk a little bit today about the Pulitzer Prize that was just announced last week, I guess, last Friday. The Pulitzer is kind of done in a weird way. They have an academy who oversees the final selection done by a panel for the fiction part. The fiction's what I'm interested in. And it seems to be often that people have never heard of some of the books that win or are finalist. But this group of three really has brought up some questions, and that's why I'm making this now. I'm hoping somebody can help me answer some of the questions on the last book I'm going to talk about and some mysterious things about it. Okay, first of all, I'll talk about the winner. The finalist was The Night Watchman by Louise Erdrich. I know a lot of people have liked this and loved it. And I really haven't read that much by her, but I did read this one. And I'll say right now that she refers to what she is and what her characters are as Indians. So I'm going to say Indians. I didn't think that was politically correct, but that's what she said. So anyway, evidently she had written a series kind of about the same people. And for 2 years, she just couldn't write. Her agent, I guess, kept knocking on her door, and she's written many. I'm sure she doesn't have to write, but I'm sure that was upsetting. But all of a sudden, she heard a story about her grandfather, who was, in fact, a night watchman at a factory during the war, and learned more about that. And that's the basis of this story. Now, she does a great job of adding more story in about the community, and I thought it was really well done. It takes place in 1953 when there was a new law coming before Congress having something to do with the Indian land, and if it passed, they were going to lose control of it, you might say, in their homes. And it even shows a scene in Washington when they go to Washington and do it. And the other part, it involves a woman who is missing and what happens to her. He even puts a little, I guess, magical realism in it. There's one time when a woman's in the woods and she kind of falls into a bear's cave, and the bear becomes a character anyway. But it's got a lot in it. I saw a talk on a video by Greg of Supposedly Fun, and he said he had read this and he liked it, but he thought she did deserve the prize for her former novel called, I believe, The Plague of Doves. He enjoyed that more, so I might read that too. But anyway, this one, I think anybody would agree that she deserved it, and she has been finalist before. This time took the whole thing. Okay, the other two I hadn't heard of, and I think a lot of people haven't. The next one is called A Registry of My Passage Upon the Earth by Daniel Mason. And I actually had heard of him once I thought about it. He wrote a book called The Piano Tuner, which I think there was a movie made from. And what's the other one? Winter Soldier he has out, which is, I think, it's a historical novel that I've thought about reading. I think I might have a copy. Anyway, but this is, believe it or not, short stories. And I took my time, just read one at a time and thought about it, and I really enjoyed it. I have to say they all have what you would call an unexpected little kick at the end. I mean, not a big surprise ending or anything, but they're well done in the movement, the arc of the stories. I'd really like to read them again. I often think short stories go well when they're read again. And I especially liked one of them kind of in the middle about a doctor. It's called The Second Doctor Service, and it's a doctor that has seizures, and strange things happen. I'll just put it that way. It's very good, and I think I have one more to read, so I might read it again. Also, I think this is his first book of short stories. So he's had many novels come out. Okay, now we're getting to the one with the big question mark by it. It's called Telephone by Percival Everett. Those have written quite a few novels. This deals with a man who's a professor in academia, and it involves a story of his job and problems at work and this and that. And they go out on an archaeological trip, and some strange things happen. And also, it involves his family. His a daughter that's, I think, 12, who has a mysterious illness, and he and his wife, they know it can't be cured, but they have to learn to live with it, or they don't know how long she has to live. It's very sad. And there's a very good when they go to a trip to Paris, they make a trip to Paris, and it is so well done. I love when authors can build up a picture of the setting for you. He even made the Louvre look interesting. Anyway, but here's the thing about this. I did some reading on it, and I found out that it has 3 different versions were published, and nobody knows which is which. The only difference in the 3 different versions are these compass readings. In some of them, the red is pointed a different way. So, I mean, I'm just questioning this. Do any of you know anything about this? What are we supposed to do? Buy 3 versions? I'm almost finished with this, and there's some things I would like to change in this story. So I don't know if there's big changes or little changes or whatever, but surely some of you must know about this. It's well done. He, as I said, he's got great descriptive dialogue, and I'm not quite finished after I found out that it had 3 different versions, and I don't think it's especially 3 different endings. I think the whole book is different. It's a question mark. See if you can find out if anybody knows anything about it. Let me know. Are we supposed to buy all 3 versions? How would you know if I order another one from Amazon? I haven't seen it in the bookstore. Am I supposed to tell them I want the red thing pointed a different way? I don't know. Okay, big question there. Read it, see if you can find out about it. Okay, I'll be back with some more book prizes soon. Bye.